is Abby and I am a full-time staff member at Sharkarosa. Today we're going to introduce you to our black bears. Up front here we've got Barnaby. He's kind of running away towards the snacks back there. Behind him in that little den area is Bailey, his sister. Now Barnaby and Bailey are related. Barnaby is neutered, so they will not have children anytime soon. They came to us from a place up in Oklahoma who was doing illegal photo shoot company. So they would go around the states selling pictures of baby animals. So the cubs were about 6 weeks old, and then the Texas Wildlife Services got a hold of the guy and they seized the bears once they did come into Texas. So Barnaby and Bailey have been here since they were very little. Now they're not going to be leaving Sharkarosa ever in their lives. For the first year of their life, bears do hang out with their mom. That's where they learn all about being a wild bear. Here she comes. So because Barnaby and Bailey didn't hang out with their mom for the first year of their life because they were taken, they did not learn how to be a bear. They don't know how to hunt for food. They don't know how to do much of anything. Hi, baby. So their birthday is in April. These guys are just going to be about 11 or 12 years old now. Are you going to come up? So Bailey here is a little bit more feisty than Barnaby. They're both very friendly though because they were raised by humans. We built this 7,000 square foot enclosure just for them, so they're going to live the rest of their lives out. They've got their den back there where Bailey just came out of. They've got this separated concrete area for when it rains. There's a little cover on top. They've got an area with tons and tons of grass that we'll show y'all later when we feed them. And then they also have their special bear pool. This pool was designed just for them. It's at an angle and at a certain texture where if they go in that pool, they can go ahead and file their nails down. Now, we never want to go in there and file their nails down ourselves. That would be very dangerous. Hi, Barnaby. You want to stand up?
Bailey says hi.
Hi, Bailey.
She said hi to me, not you.
So Barnaby and Bailey are siblings. They're about 11 or 12 years old. Barnaby here is much bigger. Now he's about 500 pounds and he's going to be about 5 to 6 feet tall. He's got huge claws. Now their claws are so strong that they can hang from just 1 or 2 of them and hold all of their weight. Bailey is the smaller one. She is about 400 pounds and about 5 feet tall. Hi Bailey, you want to do a trick? You want to show us how tall you are? She's like, no.
Marissa and Bailey say hi to you now.
Hi, everyone. Come on. She's like, no thanks. Barnaby, do you want to show how tall you are? Come on. I know I'm a little short. Oh, I itch.
You gotta itch first.
Now, you might notice that Barnaby and Bailey are a couple different colors. Now, black bears can be a variety of different shades of black and brown and white. Come on. He's like thinking about it. There you go. So you see he's much taller than me. I'm about 5 feet tall. So he's a very large bear. Now I'm giving them milk bones. That's one of their favorite snacks here. And they're very good bears.
Dave says hello from Indiana.
Hi, Dave from Indiana. So black bears are actually native to North America. There are 3 bears native to North America. The black bear, the brown bear or grizzly bear, and the polar bear. So there's a little kind of thing to remember what to do if you do come into contact with these bears in the wild. If it's black, fight back, get really big and loud and scream. They'll run away. They're scared of things like that. If it's brown, lie down. So if you see a brown bear, go ahead and get on the ground and play dead. They're very interested in the attack of the prey rather than it just being presented to them. And if it's white, say goodnight. Polar bears are the 3rd do to get away from them. They're up in the ice caps, there's no man-made structures, and no trees to climb. Now, black bears are the most populous bear in the world. They are in 35 of the North American states. They're hungry.
And Monica says hello from Alex and Emma.
Hello, Alex and Emma.
And you're welcome, Trina. We like going live too.
So these guys can run about 35 miles per hour, and they can swim at 25 miles per hour. So they're very fast at doing everything. So if you do see them, you cannot get away from them. They will come after you. So it looks like Barnaby and Bailey are ready for some food, so we'll go ahead and let them into their area so they can eat, and then we'll tell you a little bit about their diet as well. So while they're eating, I'll go ahead and tell y'all a little bit about what they eat. Now at Sharkarosa, our bears get fed once a day. They get about a pound of meat, a bushel of grapes, a scoop of dog food, and their favorite is the avocado. If you see Bailey here, that's the first thing she's going after. They'll peel the skin off and spit it out, but they'll eat all of the green fruity part. They'll leave just the pit and the skin behind. Now our bears do have a variety of diet pounds, so they have 3 different diets. In the winter and fall, they get fed a lot less than they get fed in the summer. Now that's because in the summer, the bears are much more active. In the winter, they're kind of being a little bit lazy. Now in the wild, black bears do hibernate, but in captivity, they don't really hibernate. They go into something called brumation. This is where they get really lazy for just a few months, but they're still awake and doing well. This is good for the bears in captivity because it prolongs their lifespan. In the wild, bears live about 10 to 12 years old, and then in captivity, they live to be about 20 to 25. So right now, they're on their winter diet. Here in the next few weeks, it's going to be a lot warmer. They'll go ahead and get their summer diet, and they'll put on a lot more pounds. When bears are hibernating, they can lose about half of their body mass, so they can get a lot more skinny. So when they do wake up from the hibernation, they go out and eat right away.
And Bailey wants to know if they eat pizza or any kind of human food like that.
Our bears do not eat anything like that. The most human food you'll see them eating is the fresh fruits and vegetables and meat. Those kinds of foods would be really bad for them, just because they obviously don't need the processed food, because in the wild they wouldn't get that.
And John says you're teaching him a whole bunch. He never knew how strong their claws were, and he likes your rhyme about the bears.
Fantastic.
And we're excited for you to come out and see us, Kristen. She wants to come out and see them.
Oh yeah, come out and see us. We do shows every 30 minutes when we are open to the public. We appreciate all of y'all's support while we are shut down due to the government mandation. So we'll continue to keep doing Facebook Lives for y'all throughout the time where we are shut down, but hopefully we're able to be open to the public sooner than later, so y'all can come and see all of our animals and go on our tram ride and learn all about everything here at the ranch.
And Gunnar wants to know what their favorite food is in the wild.
In the wild, they are actually more of herbivores, so they eat a lot of fruits and vegetables in the wild, more than they would eat meat.
Where are they located? From Validie.
They're up in North America, so they're in 35 of the more northern states, just because they do like to be where it's less populated, so that they're not fighting for the same resources that humans are fighting for.
And then Terry says we don't need processed food either.
That's right.
The bears definitely eat better than any of us do.
Yeah.
Jillian wants to know what other animals we're going to see today.
Just today we're doing our black bears. During the week, we'll be doing some other ones. It just depends on what the staff wants to do for the day. So we'll make a post every morning about what time we're going to go live and which animal we'll be showing y'all. So just stay up to date on our Facebook and Instagram pages. You'll find us on Sharka Rosa on Instagram, and then obviously y'all know how to find us on Facebook if you're watching this.
And then Nancy says, what are Barnaby's favorite food, and then what's Bailey's favorite food?
Barnaby's favorite food is for sure the dog food or the meat. And I think Bailey's favorite food is the avocado. She goes for that first, before the meat. She'll try to steal Barnaby's avocado sometimes, and it's really cute.
And then Valady wants to know if we're open to the public.
We are not open to the public, so the governor of Texas went ahead and put a ban on limiting up to 10 people in a social setting. So we have 6 staff members, so if we had anyone else extra at the ranch, we would not be able to be open. So we will be opening once that ban is lifted, but we do not know when it will be. Only time will tell.
And then Alexandria wants to know if they climb trees in their habitat.
They do climb trees. Now they're really good climbers of trees. We've got this little logs down here so they can climb up to the platforms and sunbathe and stuff like that. In the wild, they climb trees to forage and to get away from predators.
How many cubs can they have from
They
Bailey?
can have 1 to 6 cubs. Usually they just have 2 because it takes a lot of work to take care of any more than that, really.
And Ava wants to know how they sleep.
They sleep just like you and I. So during the nighttime, they're asleep. They are awake during the day. They are not nocturnal. So in the morning, sometimes when we come here real early during summer, like when it's hot, we'll start working at 6:30. They'll still be asleep, but we'll be awake.
And do you guys have any more questions for us today? You can hang out for a second and see if anybody wants to know anything else. And Elena wants to know how tall they are when they stand up, and she says thank you for doing this.
When they stand up, Bailey is about 5 feet tall and Barnaby is about 6 feet tall. Most bears in the wild, black bears at least, are Bailey's size. Barnaby is just really, really extra huge. So he would probably last in the wild pretty good because he can fight off smaller bears.
Mm-hmm. And Mike wants to know if they eat honey.
Our bears do eat honey, so that is one of their favorite enrichments. So they'll eat bees and stuff like that. That creates the honey as well.
John says be safe, thank you. Thank you, John. You're welcome, Monica. What's their favorite treat?
Their favorite treat by far is the milk bones. It always will be. If we can't get them to move, we'll just leave a little milk bone trail, and eventually they'll eat them all up and move to where we want them to be. That way we can kind of lock them out and clean each area individually, because we never go inside with the bears.
Now you said we never go inside, but Nancy asked, does anyone go inside with the bears?
No one ever goes inside with the bears.
And
now,
why don't they go inside with the bears?
They don't go inside with the bears because the bears are wild animals. Now, although they seem very friendly on the outside, you never know when they'll turn, and they could just get you with one swipe of their claw and you're done for.
Mm-hmm. And Valady wants to know what their weights are, and you're a great speaker.
Oh, thanks. So Barnaby here weighs about 550 pounds. He's definitely on the bigger side of the weight spectrum. And then Bailey weighs about 400 pounds. She's a lot smaller than Barnaby.
Let's see, we got a question from Crystal. She said, did she say they just eat bees, or that they do eat bees?
They do eat bees. That's not the only thing they'll eat. So sometimes during summer we'll put some honey out. I'm sure some bees come and land on it. They can eat it. They have really rough tongues. They won't get stung.
Does Scott go in with them anymore?
Nope. No one goes in with the bears anymore.
Do they hibernate?
Our bears do not hibernate as much as bears in the wild hibernate. Now that's because they get fed all throughout the year. They don't have to wander for resources. So during the winter in the wild, you know, berries and stuff don't grow because it's too cold. So the bears hibernate to store their weight and fat and stuff like that. What are you smelling?
And how often are we going to be doing lives?
I do believe that we will be doing lives every day of the week. When we do post in the morning, you'll know what day we're doing it.
And Valady wants to know if they see vets.
If they are sick, a vet will come out to the ranch. Obviously, we cannot take the bears to the vet. And they're so big, we can't take them to the vet. So the vet will come down and they'll tranquilize the bear, and then we'll be able to see them there. Now these guys don't really get looked after or sick too often. We deworm them ourselves, so we mix it in with their foods every few months or so.
And then Aspen wants to know if they eat blueberries.
They do. So they got blueberries today. Y'all probably can't see them because they're mixed in with the dog food. Bailey knew we were talking about them. She wanted to show them off. They're not too picky. They eat all the fruits and vegetables we usually give them. They don't typically like oranges too much, but that's about it.
Are we going to do a live of Yeti?
We can absolutely do a live of Yeti. She's super duper cute, and she loves to show off her meepin.
There you go, Wendy. We will definitely do a live of Yeti at some point. She's our mascot. She's got to steal some of her brother's food.
She's not going to let her.
Nope.
I'm going to look for some leftover milk bones. Alright guys, well we appreciate you tuning into our Facebook Live. We will be doing this every day of the week until we are back open. So as always, just stay connected with us on our social media. Thank you.
Alright. Hey, goodbye from Barnaby. There you go. We'll get a little goodbye from Bailey. She's drinking some water right now. And yes, they are trained. They know a couple different tricks. They can stand up and do a couple different things. Thank you guys so much.